Hello, everyone. We're live. Right now, I just have Neil with me, but this is sort of an impromptu live where I'm doing it in response to a post from Nepi. Let me see if I can share it here. There you go. Add to scene. All right. So I'll scroll down here where he does his usual same spam. And in fact, we had gone over it in our last live stream. And I was making that comment that we had already talked about it. And I was asking him if he had actually seen it. Let me see if I can. Oh, no, it's over here. Yeah. So he posts his usual, natural causes. There's no such thing as natural processes, etc. So I had said, well, we discussed in our live, and since he's too cowardly to show up, I even made a video clip for it, and I did make a video clip, and his response was, "I'm here now, and I'll smoke you right here, right now, no matter what godless idea you want to debate, and we both know it." Let's see if we both know it, because this is why I set up this stream. So I said, excellent. If I set up a live to start at 5:30 p.m. Central, and it's 5:30 p.m. right now, you'll join, or do you need more time? Let me know. Unfortunately, he hasn't responded. I don't know why. He said he's available right now, and apparently he wasn't available right now. So I posted this, and maybe even Flowjob will see this, and he'll come on, or maybe even let me see, even Monkey Boy maybe.
Laugh a while you can, monkey boy.
Maybe he'll show up. I don't know. I mean, all those guys talk about how we run away and we're cowards and all that, but for some reason, when they are actually given the opportunity to come and talk to us, it's a no-show. But anyway, with that said, Neil, how's your day been? Oh, I just lost Neil. He lost connection. Oh, Neil's back. Hello, Neil. You're back. Can you hear? I can't hear you if you're talking, Neil. Yeah. Hey, Tilting. Yeah, he's not going to show. And it looks like Neo is having. Oh, Neo, I can hear you now. I thought I heard you. Hey,
Oh,
Neo.
yep, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
you went in and out a couple times.
Yeah, my
Oh. You're back. You dropped out for a second there.
I think it's my Wi-Fi at this end.
Ah,
Yeah, the Wi-Fi at this end is having a few issues.
I see. Yeah, it keeps on dropping you off, and then it comes right back.
Yeah.
And we even have Steve-O on. Steve-O, you, go ahead and join us. Or do you not remember your link? Here, you can just use this. So, yeah, you can use that guest link, Steve-O, if you don't remember your own speaker link. Tilting, I don't know if you want to. You can join us as well. But Neil, are you still on or not? I do find it so. I apparently when I made a comment to Flowjob about
Okay.
Isaiah 53, he really got triggered. He posted a bunch of posts about Isaiah 53, trying so hard to convince everyone that Isaiah 53 is about Jesus, when it's really about the suffering servant, which is actually Israel. So Isaiah 53, maybe it's not in here, is about Israel, the suffering servant, and it's only with kind of reinterpretation of those that Matthew tries to point it to Jesus, and it isn't. And one of, to me, the biggest argument against Isaiah 53 being about Jesus is that Isaiah 53 says, actually, kind of would today, but as soon as my cat finishes eating. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, whenever you can. But actually, let me see if I can bring up the verse in Isaiah. Um, because basically what it says is in Isaiah 53, hey, Steve-O,
Yeah. How you doing, guys?
how's it
Sorry, I
going?
can't do much tonight. I'm just checking in with y'all.
Are
I'm
you at work?
actually road running right now, so I really got time to talk right now.
Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but I'll keep up with the stream and comment when I can.
sure, sure. Yep.
Yeah. But if I once I get done, if you're still going, I'll check in with y'all.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, going back to Isaiah 53, I'll try to bring it up, but the part of Isaiah 53 that pretty much says that it's not about Jesus is that it talks about how the suffering servant will have offspring and will have a long life. Oh, I guess Neo is really having a tough time with his Wi-Fi. So I might just be solo here, and I'll see if I can bring this up. Isaiah 53, and um, and a lot of this, it's definitely, you can kind of see why, how they can make it kind of twist into what Jesus is. They can just rewrite it, and you have to kind of remember the story itself was all written with knowledge of Isaiah 53. So funny how Nepi hasn't shown. Just shocking, shocked, I tell you. Yeah, and you may have missed it, but when Nepi is saying that he's available right now, when he says I'm here right now, what he really means is that he's in the comments. He's his idea of a debate is just posting these comments back and forth, and that's what he's trying to say that he's available to do. And it's such a stupid way of thinking about it. You can't have a debate in YouTube comments, especially. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But in Isaiah 53, let me see if I can find this. Yeah. So it says, darn it. It says here, so 53, yeah, and they mention, oh, they made his grave with the wicked and his tomb with the rich, although he had done no violence and there was no deceit in his mouth. Oh, hold on. Getting a phone call. Oh. Yeah, so they read things like this and they think, oh yeah, this is definitely Jesus. But like I said, the whole story of Jesus was written with all this already in mind, and especially with Matthew, he definitely does a lot to try to get the story to fit the existing Old Testament text. So, it says they made his grave with the wicked and his tomb with the rich, although he had done no violence and there was no deceit in his mouth. And it sounds like the story, but it really is about Israel, how, Israel suffering and how eventually that, looks like Neo's back. Hey, Neo, yeah, do you have a
Yep, seems to
better
be working
connection
now.
now? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and chime in here anytime. But where I was getting to was, when it gets to 53:10, yet it was the will of the Lord to crush him with affliction. When you make his life an offering for sin, he shall see his offspring and shall prolong his days. Through him the will of the Lord shall prosper. So if Isaiah 53 is about Jesus, Jesus did not see his offspring, and he infamously, did not prolong his days. It actually ended relatively shortly, even for that time, because he got crucified. So to say that this is about Jesus is really cherry picking, where you're just finding little bits
It,
that
it
that
might
seems to
be a
connect.
prophecy for Dan Brown. It's about Dan Brown, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. It could be like
It's
if
about
the
him
way they
making that
do
really
it, it
good.
could fit anyone. I mean, you could just fit a
Yeah.
story, you know. So yeah, it
And
really doesn't make
when you
sense.
look at when you look at the following chapter, when it's referring back and talk about the king of Babylon, and
Yeah,
it's like going, it's plainly obvious. It's not super far in the future.
yeah,
It's referencing current events for the writer. Um,
yeah. And it's about
Yeah.
the Babylon exile. It's about the
yeah.
Israelites being sent to exile, and it's to telling them, hey, you know what? Things are going to get better. You're going to be let out. God still sees you, and God will bring good days ahead.
Oh, one of the points on that is that most religions at the time, all gods were local. They were
Hmm.
connected to a place.
Right,
And this is kind of changing it from being connected to a place to being connected to a people.
right.
Um, and
Except
then saying
except
that
in the Old Testament,
just because the
there's still.
Babylonian god won,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's the other thing, right? It doesn't. It's to
yeah.
say, okay, don't lose your faith just because your God wasn't able to prevent you from going into exile. But even within
Yep. And then they
other
came
parts
back with
of.
all the Babylonian myths.
Yeah, I mean, there's a famous story where God gets defeated by Shamosh, right? When God sends his people,
Yes.
uh, and I can't remember which king, but he basically sacrificed his son, and prayed to Shamosh, and Shamosh was able to drive out the Israelites, so was able to win against the Old Testament God, against Yahweh. Craig says, to be fair, Isaiah 53 is, according to Jews, more to do with them being suffering servant, not Jesus. Yeah, yeah, we were mentioning
Yes.
that, Craig, um, that it really is about uh, the Jewish suffering, the Israelites suffering, and it's really been just especially Matthew, really trying to write while kind of looking towards some of these Old Testament stories.
And he does that a fair bit,
Yeah, he's actually
does the author
uh,
of Matthew.
pretty infamous for it. Oh no, I don't know if Craig comes to us with all this prepared, but he says Eve was the first carpenter because she made Adam's first wood stand. Oh my, yeah,
Oh,
uh,
Craig, thank you. Oh,
that's a good one.
oh,
I haven't heard some of these. I mean, I guess it. Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of different puns, but
It's
it's
it's the
funny how
British
Craig
humour coming
sometimes.
through.
Yeah, but he like gets stuff that it's the first time I've heard it. But yeah, I think you may have missed it, Neil. But I was mentioning how Flow Job, I had gotten him all a little bit triggered with all his comments posts that he made about Isaiah 53. But you also have him going with that whole abiogenesis thing, and because he's made a whole bunch of posts about how you are wrong, etc., etc. Let me see if I can bring it up.
And he's had to lie to do it as well. It's brilliant. I love it when he does that.
Yeah, but it's just like he like just goes on and on, and that's what's just kind of funny
Yeah.
about it. Uh, Let me see if I can
It's
bring
the
it.
repeated ignorance and the repeated dishonesty and a repeated, I guess, desperation on his part. He
Yeah,
just
especially
can't.
with with
He
like
just
Genesis two
refuses
seven.
to. Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, he
And
keeps
you
on
keep
going on
and
and on about no, it's not inorganic stuff coming to life because God breathed it into it, as if that makes a difference. It's like you're saying, like for
oh
scientific abiogenesis, saying that, well, let's say that a lightning was able to. Oh shoot.
yeah
Let's say that the idea for abiogenesis was that these inorganic material, and when there's like a, let's say, an electric strike, or the wet dry cycle or whatnot, and that's what drove some of the chemical reactions that resulted in biotic materials being generated. We won't, sciences won't be saying that it's made out of those processes. So even if you point to God breathing into the dust, that's the, you can say that kind of catalyzed it or initiated it or whatnot. But the idea is that that the body, at least the physical cells and all that, came from dust. Otherwise,
yeah
why did God need a dust? And so that's the whole point, that that's what abiogenesis would be, except instead of science, he's using his magical God.
it's the golem ritual in a way.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, so here's all his Isaiah posts. He couldn't resist. He had to just keep going on and on about this, and he
Oh yeah,
doesn't
there are so
address my
many of
comment.
those.
Yeah, but he doesn't address my comment about for Isaiah being there being an offspring, for example.
Well, of course not, because that would lend you some weight in the argument, and
Yeah,
he's desperately trying to win despite being wrong. Um,
yeah, it's just desperate. I mean, he just like goes through all the Isaiahs.
yeah,
But for you, I don't remember us here, but he does kind of bring it multiple different times where you were talking about how you eat when you're eating,
yeah,
non-living material, right? And it becomes part of the living matter. And
yeah.
he just doesn't want to directly address it. I
No,
can't remember. Maybe it's in a different one, or maybe it's later. I think after he goes
I've
through his.
in one of the more recent posts. I think
Yeah, this
one
is.
of mine. He's gone about it again.
Yeah, it's funny. Oh, yeah, here's one. Uh, Food decomposes into living matter. Food decomposes as a result of living organisms, such as microbes, fungi, and insects. Food does not decompose into living organisms, which isn't a comment, which isn't the point that you're saying. You're not saying that
No,
food decomposes into living organisms, but they get
and the
incorporated.
fact that he has to deliberately misrepresent what I said
Yeah,
just
yeah,
shows he knows he can't win on it.
right. I mean, even if you think about just carbon dioxide, right? It's obviously inorganic. Well, not obviously, but
Yeah,
it should be considered inorganic. And plants affix the carbon in the carbon dioxide into glucose. And that glucose is, what we would eat, when we eat plants. And that carbon that used to be carbon dioxide becomes part of our own body. And that's in fact how carbon 14 dating occurs, because of the carbon dioxide that plants eat and living animals eat.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's it's actually quite funny because usually under chemistry, organic tends to refer to carbon containing compounds,
yeah,
molecules,
yeah,
except for carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and depending who you speak to, methane. Um,
yeah, yeah. I
but
guess.
anything else is pretty much
Yeah, like
called
like you
organic.
wouldn't consider diamond or graphite to be organic. just
No,
because they're
because
made out of
that's
carbon.
yeah, it might be multiple carbon atoms, but they're still just carbon atoms.
Right.
It's when you've got things other than carbon involved that it becomes considered organic.
Yep. But methane would be considered organic chemistry. I can't imagine not including methane.
Yeah, it's the inorganic and the organic chemistry professors when I was doing my degree would occasionally argue about that because the inorganic ones would say no, it's not, and then the organic ones would say yes, it is.
Yeah.
And I was just like going, okay, it's both organic and inorganic. Then that's fine.
So why did Reddit remove Darwin's theory from their website? Because it had missing links, or it had a missing link.
Oh, I am loving these jokes.
Oh,
I,
apparently.
th- I think John's in trouble.
Oh, what was that?
He's lost his pun title.
Yeah. Uh, your average atheist says that Flowjob hasn't commented for 18 hours, which is very unlike him. The biggest joke is Flowjob himself. Yeah, so enemy of Christianity. We are actually just wrapping up. So I don't know if you heard, but I had started this because uh, Craig says I'm coming for John. Be afraid, John. Be very afraid.
Run, John, run.
But yeah, to enemy of Christianity, I was saying at the beginning that I started this because Neppy specifically said that he is available right now to smoke me, no matter what godless idea. Hey Machiavelli. So yeah, he didn't show up, and I actually did sort of prophecy that. I said Neppy said he's available right now, and he'll smoke me. Let me see if I can make this bigger so people can actually read it. Now did I lose my place? Oh yeah, he said he's available right now. And so I asked him to confirm that he'll be joining the live at 5:30 p.m. As soon as he confirms, I'll set it up. He hasn't confirmed, but I set it up. But my guess is that he'll run. And my guess was right. He did run.
Yep.
Yeah, he's obviously not interested, despite him saying that he's destroyed all atheists and how he's been doing that for decades. I doubt he's actually talked to any atheists. The kind of ideas that he brings is just silly, and any atheist worth their salt will be able to push back, and he won't have an answer. So we know what's going to happen. By the way, I did want to make a comment about shoot. So the little clip I gave with that video that does this video.
Oh, the creationist one with the fish and
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. That is brilliant.
So the comment there from one of these guys was that I was somehow the fact that you think this is what Catholics think atheists believe, the literal process is completely retarded and bad faith, like most of your arguments, basically matching energy. I mean, it's not, he somehow thinks he's confused and thinks that I'm the one who created that video. I mean, I'm just making fun of it. And I just saw this, so I haven't read this one. But if that creator was
He
that
could.
serious, then he may actually be mentally like this guy is like completely into this ableist slurring. To think that cartoon is an intentionally
Yeah.
accurate depiction of millions of people's perception, then you need to lay off the weed and pick up a few IQ points. I'm not sure why he's going against me. I actually gave him a link to the person on Twitter who posted that. Let me. Oh, yeah. Here,
I mean, it's not
I'll help you out.
even It's not even. I guess you'd say the Catholic view,
Yeah, yeah,
because Catholics in general accept evolution.
yeah,
They just disagree with some of the, you know, mechanisms behind it, I guess.
yeah. I mean,
So they
the thing is,
consider
like,
that, you know,
he
that
he
their God is
he
doing it all.
but he thinks that we actually think that this is their argument. It's not literally their argument, right? Their literal argument isn't that a cat becomes a toaster. But their literal argument is against maybe, I mean, Catholics in general, I don't think are necessarily against evolution, but a lot of the Christians, their literal argument and their actual view is actually not that far off from this because, like Nepi specifically thinks that you get that this is what you have. Look at you get this like mud puddle. This is what they think atheism wet rocks, believes. Atheism and it becomes a man. I mean, he actually believes that. So, yeah, fine. You can say that most Christians aren't that stupid, but a lot of them do make that argument, do make that stupid argument, and also don't listen or
And they're
respond when the counter argument is given to say that no, that is not what what evolution is.
and they're usually the ones who are online a lot as well.
Yeah,
So the
yeah, I
sensible
think
ones,
that's yeah. I think we have that as well. There is definitely selection going on, ironically. Craig says that Catholics believe in theistic evolution. And I think by
yeah,
that to say that essentially God, sets everything up for the evolutionary process. So the whole science of evolution is accepted. It just comes down to okay, what is the one that started it? And that's definitely a lot easier to defend because you get to a point where it becomes unfalsifiable. You can't disprove that some divine being set up all the parameters so that Earth has the conditions for abiogenesis and evolution, etc. So, yeah, it's hard to you can't disprove it directly, and so it's a lot more defensible than really the misunderstanding of evolution that a lot of Christians have.
yeah.
Neppy just likes to see himself preached. I mean, it seems like a lot of them do on the comments. So,
Performative. I think all of us have used that word in
yeah,
relation to the trolls recently. It's so very performative.
yeah. I mean, especially if you
They're
look
not
at
playing
what
for us. They're
Pyrochan
playing
does, right?
for. Yeah.
It really is performative.
Oh, and he still doesn't know what a woman is.
I mean, he's just obviously he's just trying to bait someone to give some definition of a woman, and
Yeah.
for him to be able to kind of argue against that. But he himself won't give a specific definition for a woman. And he also said that okay, he knows what my viewpoint is based on the video that he's seen, and that's the excuse he gives to not come on and have a discussion, even though he continually asks the question over and over.
Yeah.
I do want to know what he considers a blurb is. Obviously, he just kind of created it just to make a point, but would like to see how he tries to define a blurb.
Isn't I keep thinking it's something from Rick and Morty. It's got that kind of.
You
Yeah,
know,
it does sound like that, but I think it's just he just made it up
or
for it.
maybe Marvel or something like that, where it's just some flippant remark that they've brought out and they've made it into
Yeah,
this joke that lasts an episode, and it doesn't mean anything.
yeah.
Not like
All
a
right.
Plimbus. Everyone knows what Plimbus.
Well, I'm not going to keep this on too long. It's been 30 minutes, and I think we all know
Yeah.
Neppy is too big of a coward to actually show up. So I am going to end it here. I don't know. Should I do the outro? Um,
Oh, I mean, even if you just put it backstage, I just love that tune. That's brilliant.
all right.
Like, I wait till it finishes now.
Oh
It's I
dear.
just it's
I
so good. I
yeah.
know
I
it's
just
AI, but it's good.
yeah. So the prompt that I used to create that is I said to basically use so one of my favorite symphony is Mahler's Symphony 1, and
Oh
so I
yeah.
gave that as a prompt. I gave a description of how I consider Mahler's Symphony 1, and I had that as a prompt to come up with kind of a pop music based on sort of that structure, and then to told it to give it lyrics based on challenge your belief and all that stuff. So anyway, it seems the enemy of Christianity is good with having the
Yeah.
outro. So
I think he wants to hear it, doesn't he?
all right. With that being said, then I will say good evening to everyone. I hope everyone has a pleasant day, and we'll see you this Saturday, which isn't actually it's only a couple days away. So we'll talk to you then. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Cheers.
Challenge your beliefs, let the silence break the silence, shake the faith. Truth survives, the heart is quick. Hold to truth, no more opaque. Reason's voice, it sings so clear through fear we hear. Cut through the noise, dissolve the fear. Rise above what you revere. No more shadows dressed as truth. Light reveals what lies uncouth. No more chains disguised as proof. Reason frees the mind uncouth. Let the evidence ascend. This is fallacy's end. Scriptures written in disguise, veiling men in holy lies. Faith without a place to land, truth that crumbles when it's scanned.